Hello, Aquarians. Ah, I'm sure you know that Aquarius rules astrology, so I tend to be sort of partial to your sign. I think they broke the mold when they invented you. I really do. You marched to your own drummer so beautifully. And I have your May forecast right here in front of me, May 2019. It's just fabulous. So I'm going to start with the big picture for the month and then narrow it down and give you more details. I'm going to start by backing the chart up to January. And some of you know why. Because in January of this year, we had two eclipses. The first one was January 5th. The second one was January 21st. And the eclipses are very, very powerful. They are at their peak 3 to 4 months after they occur, which means right now, these January eclipses are really at their peak. So I want to describe them to you. I have before, but it bears repetition. So let's start. The January 5th eclipse was in 15 degrees of Capricorn. It fell in your 12th house of behind the scenes activities. You do your best work when you're undisturbed. And this particular eclipse said, I want to be by myself. I want my solitude and my privacy. But I don't want you to think you've become a hermit. You might have felt that way and might have enjoyed it. However, on January 21st, we had a lunar eclipse right there in your 7th house of other people. This is partnership. It's the public at large. So the two areas that are activated are solitude and privacy and get out there and being with other people. And if you have felt that you were torn between the two, you may very well be torn between the two. But now you understand why. Makes so much sense. Okay, now let's look at the new moon and full moon for this month, May, because they're wonderful. On the new moon, energy starts to flow. It starts to move forward. And we start getting life back into our bones, so to speak. Okay, the new moon this month is on May 4th. It's in 14 degrees of Taurus, and it's in your 4th house of home, family, real estate. Are you thinking of buying a house, selling a house, renovating a house, being with family, or just being at home? This is what is triggered right now. And you can see there's lots of activity here, which I'll get to in a minute. Now, the full moon, which is when everything comes to a head and goes pop. The full moon is on May 18th in 27 Scorpio 39. It's sitting in your 10th house of career, publicity, your public image, leadership. And so you've got home and family started, and career takes it to the top. Be sure and use this wonderful eclipse to your advantage in your career. Now, let's look at the details. Let's start with the sun, the yellow planet. It is the giver of life. It's the center of our world. Wherever it is, that is the center of your world during the time that it is in that particular house. Well, right now, and actually back in April, it's been sitting in your 4th house of home and family, and you've loved being at home. Maybe you're planting a new garden. It doesn't matter. Anything that provides emotional fulfillment is what is activated now. On the 21st of May, it will enter your 5th house of fun and games and children and enjoyment, sports, anything that you enjoy. If you're an artist, this is wonderful for your creativity. 21st of May. Keep that in mind, because I'm going to start talking now about Mercury, the blue planet. Mercury is what we think about and talk about. It's our conscious mind. Well, it's in the third house of communication, correspondence, transportation, and your mind is going 100 miles an hour. It's been going 100 miles an hour. Great new ideas. The third house deals with short distance travel, places you can go to on a bike or in a car. It comes up with new ideas, third house, new ideas. So on the 6th of May, Mercury joins the sun in your fourth house of home and family. So you're talking to family, you're talking about family, you're talking about your home. And so this is the focus. On the 21st, the very same day that the sun enters your fifth house, Mercury enters your fifth house. If you have kids, they want your attention and you want to give it to them. You're thinking about your kids, you're talking about them, you're talking to them. This brings ideas to all creative projects. And so the sun and Mercury comes up with the idea and the sun implements it. How great is that? Now, look at Venus. Venus is the pink planet. It's the planet of love and money and happiness. It's in your third house. So your ideas are filled with happiness. You have a positive outlook on life. On the 15th, remember that date, it moves into your fourth house of home and family and real estate and brings love and beauty. So you can decorate the house, you can buy new furniture, you can invite people over and share your love with them. This is just lovely. Keep in mind 15, because we're going to talk about Mars, the red planet. Mars is in your fifth house. It's been there all the month of April. Wherever Mars is what you throw yourself into. It's what comes first to you. And you fight with it or fight for it. So if you have kids, you fight with them and fight for them. After all, they're your kids. It's also fun. Passion. Mars is sex. Mars is war. Mars is gunfire. It's sports is the fifth house. And so there's lots of activity that you have fun with. I keep saying fun because it covers a multitude of topics. On the 15th, the same day that Venus moves from your third house into your fourth of home, family, and real estate, Mars moves into your sixth of work, health, and service. There's a great time to work on your health, get to the gym, do your exercises. It's also a great time to start a new job, to throw yourself into projects that you want to get involved with. And so your work comes first to you on the 15th. Your love for family and home is activated on the 15th. So there are two dates that are real important. The 15th is one of them, and the 21st, when both the sun and Mercury enter your fifth house, is another. If you're sensitive to energies, you will feel the change because the sun will change signs from Taurus to Gemini, as will Mercury. And Mars will go from Gemini into Cancer. You see what I'm saying here. Venus will go from Aries into Taurus. And there is a change in energy when a planet changes signs. And those of you who are empathic know that because you feel it all the time. So, this is your fabulous forecast. If you would like me to give you a reading, just go to my website, MaxineTaylor.com. Look up my offerings. Select the one or ones that you like. And I will look forward to helping you plot your course. So till next time, this is Maxine Taylor saying, may the stars shine brightly on you and yours. Bye for now.